Hey guys, Sean here at the Gardener Center. So we've been doing these YouTube videos I think for 3 or 4 years now, and I lost track of how many we've done. There's definitely dozens and dozens of YouTube videos that we've done over the years, but for whatever reason, I have a suspicion I know why, consistently the Nepeta video that I did a few years back is consistently our most watched video. Like whatever, no matter what time of the year it is, it's the most watched video. And I think it's because you guys are just really hot on Nepeta, and I think you should be, because it is a fantastic it's a fantastic perennial, definitely in my top 10 favorites. So I wanted to revisit the Nepeta, and I'm not redoing the old video. I wanted to talk about some Nepetas that we didn't talk about during the first time around with the Nepeta, and then talk about another issue that some Nepetas sometimes have that I want to address with you guys today. So last time I talked about Nepeta, I talked about a nasty problem with flopping that they have and how to address the flopping issue. So today I want to focus on two different varieties of Nepeta that I have here on the table that don't have that flopping issue at all. So if you want to avoid the flop, there's two varieties that I have on the table here, and a third that I have but not on the table that I'm going to mention. These guys are they're more compact varieties. They're newer varieties, more compact, and they're going to behave better in your garden. You're not going to have to deal with the floppiness. So I have two different types of compact Nepetas to talk about today. Same rules apply as to all the Nepetas. These guys are sun-loving members of the mint family, and they like to be in a hot, dry, sunny place. Mints are funny. The mint family, mints either like to be wet or they like to be dry. These guys definitely like to be on the dry side. This is a well-behaved member of the mint family. It will not spread around and take over the world like culinary mints and some other members of the mint family. Also very well-behaved plant, and a very perfect choice as an alternative to lavender. If any of you guys have ever tried to grow lavender and it doesn't work for you, a lot of times we try to use lavender like as a formal border or edging around roses. If you've been trying to grow lavender in our climate and it doesn't work, you want to look here at these shorter, more compact varieties of Nepeta. It looks very similar to lavender from a distance. It kind of reads the same way, same kind of flower color. It blooms longer, and it'll actually survive the winter. So this is a great alternative to lavender. So I have two varieties on the table here. Number one, this cute little guy here. This one's called Purrsian Blue. P-U-R-R, Purrsian Blue, not P-E-R Persian. So Purrsian Blue, just like my buddy Frankie here, you know, Purrsian Blue with the little cat nod. So we have Purrsian Blue Nepeta. That one's going to grow 10 to 12 inches tall, maybe 15, so that's a really short one. And then we have another great one here from our friends at Proven Winners. This one's called Cat's Meow. And Cat's Meow is going to grow in that 16 to 18 inch range. So this one's a little taller, but not going to get big and bushy like a Walker's Low or Six Hills Giant or Dropmore, any of those big floppy varieties. So these are all compact, well-behaved, sun-loving members of the mint family. And again, if you tried lavender and it didn't work, you want to come here for sure. So these are they're easy. Bees love these, butterflies love these, and believe it or not, hummingbirds actually like Nepeta. I see hummingbirds on the Nepeta here in the nursery all the time in the morning. So definitely a great pollinator plant as well. So Purrsian Blue, Cat's Meow. Not present on the table, but present here in the nursery is Cat's Pajamas, which is another Proven Winners variety, and that's an even shorter one. The Cat's Pajamas from Proven Winners is going to be in that 10 to 12, 10 to 15 inch range like the Purrsian Blue here. So guys, those are, you're not going to get any flopping here from these guys. However, one thing we didn't talk about in the last Nepeta video that we are going to talk about here today is not the flop, but we're going to talk about the donut effect. And if you guys have ever grown perennials before, you may already know what the donut effect is. The donut effect is when you have a perennial that's been in the ground for more than a few years, and the center of the plant starts to die out and become empty, and then you kind of have a ring of perennial or a plant on the outside with an empty spot in the middle, and that's something that Nepetas do experience relatively quickly as far as perennials go. A lot of perennials don't start doughnutting until like 5 or 6 or maybe even 10 years in the ground. Nepetas often need to be divided, every 3 or 4 years. So if your Nepetas right now in the garden look like a donut, so there's growth here and it's empty in the middle, that means it's time to divide them. However, this is the worst time of year to divide your Nepetas. So what you want to do is make a note to yourself to divide your Nepetas, or if you have landscapers or grounds maintenance, make a note for them to divide your Nepetas in the fall. September, early October would be good. Dig up the whole clump, cut it in half, cut it in thirds, cut it in quarters, space them out and replant them. It's a great way to expand your Nepeta collection or give them away to your friends or neighbors. Everybody loves free plants. But yes, if your Nepetas look like donuts, it's time to divide, but not until the fall. So guys, Nepeta Revisited here. Cat's Meow, Cat's Pajamas, Purrsian Blue. Those are the 3 varieties you want to be looking at if you want nice and short Nepetas for your garden. Guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.